Living organisms made up of cells. The cells of the onion peel will all look the same, regardless of the size of the onion they came from. Cells are the fundamental units of life. There are different parts in our body. Each part is made up of cells. These cells have different shapes. Each cell has got certain specific components within it, known as cell organelles. A cell is able to live and perform all its functions because of the organelles within it. These organelles together constitute the basic unit, called the cell. Solar System. The Sun and its planets together from the Solar System. All planets revolve around the Sun in fixed paths called orbits. There are 8 planets in the Solar System. Mercury is the nearest planet to the Sun. Venus is the brightest planet seen from the Earth. Earth is our planet. Mars is reddish in color. Jupiter is the biggest planet. Saturn is also huge, with rings around it. Uranus is far away, and can be seen only through telescopes. Neptune is the farthest planet from the Sun. Landing on the Moon. The surface of Moon is covered with craters, mountains and valleys. Craters are deep holes that have been made when solid bodies called meteorites crashed into the Moon's surface. There is no air and water on the Moon. The temperatures on the Moon can be as high as 100 degrees Celsius at noon, and as low as... The first men to go to the Moon were the crew of the American space mission Apollo 11. Apollo 11 carried 3 American astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Edwin Aldrin, and Michael Collins. Armstrong was the first man to set foot on the Moon on July 20, 1969. Lunar eclipse. The Earth's shadow has 2 parts. One where it locally blocks the sunlight, the umbra, and the other, where it blocks only a part of the sunlight, the penumbra. When the Earth comes between the Sun and the Moon, it blocks the sunlight from reaching the Moon and creates a shadow. This is called an eclipse of the Moon, or lunar eclipse. light from the sun rises, and sunsets taking place around the earth colors the moon brick red. If the earth had no atmosphere, then the moon would be completely black during a total eclipse. Solar eclipse. When the moon comes between the earth and the sun, it blocks the sunlight to an extent. The sun looks as though it has a disk in front of it that creates a shadow. This is called solar eclipse. The sky goes dark, as if it were night. The moon's shadow also has two parts, the umbra and the penumbra. When the penumbral shadow reaches the earth, we can see a partial eclipse from that region of the earth. We can see a total eclipse from the umbral shadow region of the earth. Solar eclipse is of very short duration, a few minutes. Just before and after totality, the sun can shine through valleys on the moon, creating a beautiful diamond ring effect. Joints, the point where two bones meet. Joints allow movement to take place. Bones are held together by ligaments. Muscles. Every bone capable of movement has muscles attached to it by tough, elastic, cord-like tissue, called tendon. Movement of snake. The snake's body curves into many loops. Each loop of the snake gives it a forward push by pressing against the ground. Since its long body makes many loops and each loop gives it this push, the snake moves forward very fast and not in a straight line. Movement of fish. Locomotion, achieved by lateral contractions of the muscular body, with a final thrust by the tail. Fish swim by forming loops, alternately on two sides of the body. Movement of birds. The birds can fly because they have a streamlined body. Their bones are hollow and light. The shoulder bones are strong. The bones of the hind limbs are typical for walking and perching. The bony parts of the forelimbs are modified as wings. Angles right and straight. The minute handle of a clock starts from 12 noon and completes one full revolution, forming a path. This path forms a circle. The circle can be divided into 4 equal parts called quadrants. An angle measured 90 degrees is called a right angle. An angle measured 180 degrees is called a straight angle. Fractions. Fractions are equal parts, or pieces of something larger. A pizza is divided into 2 equal parts. Each part is when it is divided into 4 equal parts, each part is represented by 1 by 4, or 1 part out of 4 equal parts. When it is divided into 8 equal parts, each part is represented by 1 by 8, or 1 part out of 8 equal parts. Mixed to improper fraction, convert 7 into 2 by 3 into an improper fraction. Change a mixed numeral into an improper fraction. Multiply 7 and 3 and add 2 to the product. The result is the numerator of the improper fraction. And the denominator is always same. Thus 7 minus 2 by 3 equals 23 by 3. Solved problem. First put the data into a table. For that group of students, apples are the most preferred, and grapes are the least preferred. Convert percentage into fraction, represent 65% and 50% as a common fraction. To convert a percentage into a fraction, the percentage numeral is divided by 100 and then the fraction so obtained is reduced to its lowest terms. Represent 0.25% and 12 into 1 by 2% as a common fraction. Antonym. Antonyms are two words that have opposite meanings. Ms, dis, mal, in, and, une, all prefixes one can affix to words to create antonyms. Examples. Official becomes unofficial. Flexible becomes inflexible. Adroit becomes maladroit. Functional becomes dysfunctional. Philanthropist becomes misanthropist. Possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives are used to show ownership or possession. I have lost my book. Here, my is an adjective, which shows that I am the owner of the book.